Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Salaam, Pops.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
Good, nice hat, Dad.
Thank you very much. Jazakallah.
Oh, your hands are smooth. What's going on, Dad? You've been creaming them or something?
Just put cream on.
Have you? Cool. So, Dad, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, beta.
How's your week been?
My week has been very good.
Has
I've
it?
been still looking for my Hajj package. I will, inshallah, sort it out next couple of days. I'm quite hopeful because I've been looking into 3 different packages at the moment, and I'm going to finalize one of them, inshallah.
Okay.
But before we start, I mean, I have to...
You got stuff you want to get for chest there? Go on.
Yeah. What happened is, you see, because Haris Effendi, you know from me, from childhood, that I do things my way.
You do?
Know, like...
Your way, the highway, Pops.
Like the Frank Sinatra says, I did it my way.
Exactly.
Which is fine. I mean, you got to please yourself first before you can please anybody else.
Sometimes got to be a bit selfish, haven't you, Dad? Selfish.
Kind of, yes. But the thing is that sometimes when you do things like that, then you say something like, for example, in last podcast, we said something. But my issue now is not that how people think about me. Don't care less.
Who gives a rat's?
But I don't want the impression to go out that in the last, when we're talking about certain things, I was comparing the arranged marriage and kind of, where you like somebody and stuff like that. And within that, I said a few things. I don't want the impression to go out saying that I was bragging or boasting or something like that about, and you put the name to affairs. I wouldn't call them affairs. Back home.
You said it, not me, Dad.
Oh, well, even if I said it, because I was trying to explain how I said affair. So I said it, okay, fine. But back home, the situation is slightly different, although there are still people do all sorts of things back home as well. I mean, it's not full of angels anywhere, unfortunately, but very innocent kind of thing which goes on there. I mean, you can like somebody across the street living there, or they can like you and stuff like that. That doesn't mean that that's an affair kind of thing,
Who said something to you, Dad? Someone said something.
No, I'm just saying, I don't want to go. No, listen to me.
Someone said something, and now you got to.
I'll come back to that in a minute. But the problem is,
I hate when people get interrupted and get involved.
I don't want the impression to go out that, I would love if somebody come back and say, Haris's dad said this, and we are following that good deed. For example, I didn't used to say 5 prayers, and because Haris's dad said that, I'm doing more prayers and I'm going to mosque a little bit more. I would be very pleased and proud of that. But I would not be very happy if somebody may take a wrong impression and start doing something wrong and said, oh, because Haris's dad said that in podcast, so I can go. So this is the only thing I want to put out. The second thing was from somebody asked a question at the last podcast, and they are, yeah. I think it was about about the marriage. If I had to marry again, will I marry a white woman or marry yeah. You
Really?
read that? Yeah.
I didn't read it.
So the thing is that if it was, first of all, I have no intention of getting married again. And you know that, Haris.
That's good. I appreciate that, because I wouldn't be very supportive of that.
Yeah, but if I go back and have to marry again, no matter how many times I go back, I will still be marrying the same person again and again and again, and that's your mother.
Oh, yes, my sister.
Yeah.
Haris, it'd be nice to hear your dad's view on mixed marriages. I know love is love. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
But it'd be nice. Would he do? 1 minute. Would he do it again, or would he get married to somebody from his caste? That's what somebody asked.
Well, first of all, I don't believe in caste system anyway.
Okay.
What he meant to say is that whether I'll be marrying from Pakistani Muslim women, or will I be marrying somebody. So, as I said, that I will marry the same person again and again and again, given the chance. But now I don't have any intention of marrying. So obviously, there's no point going on and choosing which one will I marry. But whoever you marry, Haris, you know that from experience. I know that from experience. And a lot of people, that it doesn't matter if you have an arranged marriage, if you have a love marriage, if you have a purely Pakistani Muslim man and woman, or mixed marriage or whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody has to work on their marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
What do you mean, kind of? You have to work on your marriage as well. I mean, everybody has to.
Depends how you
It's
look
not,
at it.
you can't take
I
things
don't-
for granted. You can't. You have to. You got to give and take. You have to have, such understanding with each other that you cannot just, when I say I did it my way, in a marriage, you can't have all your way, Haris.
Obviously, no.
So that's what I'm trying to say. So it doesn't
There's
matter.
4 words: happy wife, happy life. That's all
it.
anybody needs to know.
That's it.
If your wife's happy,
Yeah. So there is no guarantee that
everything
if
else
you
will be
have kind of marriage from your own caste
what's the Urdu word for halas? Arabic is halas means like
khatam, finished.
that's it. Khatam, yeah.
Khatam.
Okay, cool. That sounds Arabic to me. That doesn't sound Urdu.
Khatam, Urdu, yeah. That's what is Urdu. You asked for Urdu, didn't you?
Yeah,
Punjabi,
khatam sounds like an Arabic word.
Muk gayi, Punjabi.
Mukki.
Muk gayi.
Mukki.
Muk.
Mukka.
Muk gayi.
Mukki.
Punjabi and khatam in Urdu. And I don't know why I'm doing that. Right,
Neither.
anyway, I know. Okay. So that's all.
Is that everything off your chest? Is that all you want to say?
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to who contacted you to make you feel bad about yourself?
No.
Tell me.
Nobody
Let's
made
put him on
me feel-
blast, Dad.
No,
Huh?
Haris, no.
Let's get him.
Nobody. You tell me, do you have any question this time round? Or we
No,
just sit and
no one
chat?
gives a shit, Dad. No one said up to me. So just me and you having a father-son conversation today.
Oh, well,
No one's got any troubles for us to talk about this week.
That's fine. I mean, somebody.
I've got some stuff I'd like to talk to you about.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Go for it.
that's just me personally, because obviously
Go for it,
a
go for
lot's happened this week, Dad.
Right.
Last week, for anybody who doesn't know, I don't know if you know or not, but I was getting up at 4 to 4:30 in the morning.
Yes, I know that you were doing
which is
Fajr
unheard of for me.
Alhamdulillah.
Unheard of, Dad. In Ramadan, I'd wake up for
Fajr namaz.
Fajr and eat and go back to sleep again.
Yeah.
But what I'm talking about is I've been waking up last week,
Yeah.
4 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
wuzu, pray,
Yeah.
walk the dog,
Yeah.
go to the gym, come back, take the kids to school,
Very
like
good.
a new man.
Very good.
And by that time, it's about 9 o'clock in the morning and everything's done. Then what do? Crash.
Yeah.
Or, I go to work and
You can sleep afterwards, yeah.
Either way, I was feeling a million pesetas, so should we say $1 million, million dirhams, million.
But then you stopped.
Then this Monday, I woke up 4 o'clock in the morning. I went to the bathroom and I was stood there. I was like, man, I feel rough. I feel tired. What am I doing? Why am I doing this to myself? My body was hurting, my shoulders, my back, my chest, my legs, whole body were hurting.
Yeah.
So much so that even when I'm praying Fajr in the morning, my body I couldn't hardly stand up because my legs, because I'm doing squats and all this stuff,
Exercise
right?
does that to you initially.
Especially when you haven't done it in a long time, your muscles are not ready for it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I looked in the mirror, I said to myself, what are
But
you
if
doing?
we've done it another
And
week, it would have been all fine.
This is what I'm saying. But the thing is, on Monday morning, I looked in the mirror and I said, just quit. And I'm a quitter, I told you.
Yeah,
Mama raised a quitter, right?
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
a queer, a quitter, right?
Yeah.
So because Mama raised a quitter and because I've got quitting in my DNA,
Yes.
I decided to leave it and I went back to bed, all right?
Okay.
Now, my personal trainer messaged me saying, where are you? What's going on? Where are you? Loads of question marks. She was fuming, right?
Yeah.
I made up some bullshit story. I've slept in and I'm busy working. I've got to fly out to this place and lied to him, right?
Yeah.
And I realized this week, compared to last week, my energy levels have been less. I've been in worse moods. I've got less done. I've been less proactive, less productive, all this stuff. I'm like, wait a minute. Is that what I did last week? Is that what I need to be doing? Even though I don't want to do it. If I just push myself to do it, maybe I'll have a better life. I'll feel better. I'll look better. All this stuff. I thought, and obviously anything good doesn't come easy. It takes time. It's hard work. You don't get nothing easy, Dad.
No.
So I thought, you know what? This week I've flopped it. But from Monday, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go back to the old one.
Inshallah.
So I'm going to get up, I'm going to pray, I'm going to walk the dog, I'm going to go to the gym, and then I'll be... Because you know what? I'm not going to lie to you, Dad. If you do that, fair enough, in the evening, like 8, 9 o'clock, you're knackered, right? But you have a good sleep.
Yeah.
But in the afternoon, because you got up so early in the morning, you have a right big energy spike. Never felt anything like it. It was kind of like I was getting high or something, but like natural high. It was really weird, Dad. So I want to get that back. It was a nice feeling. I'm not gonna lie. Like, your whole body buzzes. You like buzzing off your head for random no reason. Anyway, so that's one thing.
Yeah.
Second thing is, funnily enough, last week we were talking about Saudi Arabia, right?
Yeah.
This week, randomly, I've been looking actively at opportunities in Dubai because I want to go back to Dubai. Obviously, it's a place that's very close to my heart. I love the life over there you can have, and I really want to get back to it. But unfortunately, Dubai is very, 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 very oversaturated now. It was never oversaturated before. All the years I lived there, it was perfect. Everything was perfect. Work was all opportunity was there. Now, because there's so many people trying to go for it, so many people want that life. So many people want to live there. It's oversaturated,
Yeah.
especially in my industry. I mean, when I lived there was always Russians on my tail. Do you know what I mean? Russians, for some reason, they were the main guys on my tail. And I've heard, I don't know for sure, the rumor is that Russian mafia send all different kind of people to work in Dubai and wash money, Russian mafia money away, right? That's what I've heard.
Black money to make
Yeah,
the
yeah.
white
I
money.
mean, not only Russian, but UK dodgy money. A lot. Dubai's full of a lot of dodgy money. Let's be honest.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I've heard
I mean,
stories that people,
it's a good place, but it's a really good place to also wash money.
Yeah.
Wash money. I mean, like money laundering.
Yeah.
Spend the dodgy money you've made.
Yeah, but you got to be very careful that you not get done for slander, because obviously
No, it's just what I've heard.
It isn't something which is done by the government of that country.
No, it's
but
just the people visiting and stuff. Yeah, but the government, they either way they're getting the tourism.
The authorities and people are not involved in that.
Obviously not.
It's just because of the destination is as such.
Yeah.
A holiday resort and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's a very expensive place. So it attracts a lot of people with money.
People
and
used
stuff.
to go to Spain previously.
That was,
to do that kind of thing,
Marbella and stuff like that.
and stuff like that, and they used to go to other places now for a period. Dubai became the hub for that kind of activity. And
Exactly.
stuff
So, in my hunt recently for moving back to Dubai, everybody I spoke to, all my close people over there, all the people I know who give me good advice, my good contacts over there, they're all saying, forget Dubai. It's oversaturated. Go to Saudi.
Okay.
Everybody was saying it to me. I'm like, Saudi, man. Saudi's never ever entered my head, because to me, Saudi, I just think of Mecca. I think of Hajj.
But it's a
I don't think of
the
it.
holy places are there, but
Exactly.
it's a bigger.
But I don't think of it.
country
I don't think of it as a place to go to live or to go to work. Never. It's never been on my list of places.
And the people I know who go and work there is mostly either for the religious reasons, or a couple of lads went from here. They went and taught English to the locals over there and stuff like that. So
but obviously, like I'm looking at it from
for your kind of work.
Surely there's not. I mean, they only just started doing the boxing there recently, and they've only just started doing certain
not only
events.
that, but also
this
this new ruler, King Salman, is
Prince Salman,
Prince,
his son, isn't it?
Yeah, he's I think first time in the history of the country invited the Bollywood actors and actresses. Bollywood actors and actresses. So he's trying to kind of, in a way, modernize.
Yeah, that's exactly what I've heard. Yeah,
and stuff like that.
See, I didn't know this till recently. Only this past week I've been finding out about this. That Saudi Arabia have now got a plan by 2030 to completely transform the whole country into like a Dubai kind of level, right? Yeah. They're building the tallest tower in the world. Obviously, everyone knows it's Burj Khalifa. So they're going to take over Burj Khalifa as the tallest building in the world. Yeah. All this stuff, right? So I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I don't know. But obviously, I've got no contacts in Saudi Arabia. I don't know anybody there. It's not a place I've ever been to or anything, right? All of a sudden, a couple of inquiries come in from Saudi Arabia, like out of the blue, right? And I don't know if it's God or whatever you might think it is, right?
Everything from him. Alhamdulillah.
So yeah, I mean, when I say that, it sounds silly, but maybe it's God working in mysterious ways, like we said, right? Who knows? So this one person I'm speaking to is a big guy in Saudi Arabia, big contacts. He's I had a couple of meetings with him over online meetings, Zoom call and stuff, right, and phone conversations. So that's a very big prospect there.
Alhamdulillah.
So we'll sort of wait and see. Obviously, it's a work in progress. It takes time to sort these things out. But the way that this guy's talking is like me going to Saudi and doing something in Saudi right now is at this point. There's a possibility of it being even bigger and better than what I did in Dubai, making what I did in Dubai look like nothing. That's what he's saying. So let's see that. That's what's currently on my plate.
Hope and pray that everything works out, inshallah.
Inshallah, pops.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing, isn't it? Because sometime an opportunity comes in one area and then comes in a different country. It doesn't have to be. So, I mean, if it is an opportunity there, I thought Qatar was okay as well when you went down there. But
love Qatar, yeah.
Saudi Arabia.
The whole region, you know what, I swear to God, I feel like maybe, I don't know, man. I don't know why I feel so comfortable and so at home in these places.
Which is very good. Alhamdulillah, if you feel comfortable in Muslim countries. I mean, I'm very glad. If I would love my grandchildren to grow up in Dubai or Qatar, or even the best of will be Saudi Arabia.
This guy said out the blue, I was having a meeting with him, and he goes, "Oh, I see your son's into karting." And I said, "Yeah, how do you know that?" He goes, "Oh, I've seen some stuff online." I said, "Okay, yeah." He goes, "We're setting up a junior Formula One team." Kids team, so we can get you something that you like. Give me all the dream, and the guy's giving me all the dream. Or giving all the big ones.
Well, all you can do is, Harris, do your best, and then hope for the best.
Yeah.
The theme of our conversation always have been that you only got to worry about the things you can change. You can't worry about you can't. The opportunities come your way. Some of them will be brilliant, and you will take them, and then others will be maybe just hot air kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you got to be very careful. You got to look at different opportunities and see what is best for you.
The problem with me is,
Yeah.
I'm a mix of both things, Dad. So
Yeah.
I'm like you, very skeptical.
Yeah.
I don't trust anybody. I've got a lot of trust issues, right?
Yeah.
So when someone comes to me with an opportunity, first thing I think of is bullshit, scammer, dodgy, this and that. I don't want to get involved, right? Because I've been hurt too many times. I've been done too many times, right?
Yeah, because there are more dodgy people, unfortunately, than the legit people.
Yeah.
Yes, but there are a lot of legit people as well. I'm not saying that they're not.
Yeah, obviously,
but
yeah.
unfortunately, the way the world works is that just people live on other people's, they step on other people to and,
Use them as stepping stones.
Yeah. So you got to be very, very careful what you get involved with and how and all the carry. And that's why I want you to, and I've said to you all your life, that do not rely on anybody, rely on yourself. And then always, whatever you do, you have to look very carefully, study everything. Don't jump head first, into anything. Get all the details and everything, have a lot of conversation, have meetings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And even if you have to physically go down there,
Yeah.
go down once, visit there a couple of weeks, look at all the setups and stuff like that. And then you have to put pen to paper and you look at the pros and cons of every situation. And then you tick them. So if there are more pros, then you go for it. But, and then obviously, even after doing all that, it might not work out. But as long as you have done all your
due diligence.
Yeah,
that's the word.
Everything, absolutely.
Yeah. Well,
You've got much better words than I have, son. So yes.
No, just one word.
No, that's fine. That's fine. So yeah. So my advice will be to anybody, not just to you, as whatever you get into. I mean, people ask for different questions and stuff. So the answer is that you have to be very careful. Some people are lucky. That they put their hand into dust and turns into gold, and there are people who,
people like that,
yeah. So, if you have born with a luck like that, that's brilliant. But if you haven't, then you have to work hard at everything to achieve and get whatever you want.
The problem is right now, this country is. I think this is the worst this country's been my entire
life.
For
your type of work is yes, obviously, and because
for everybody, Dad. For even not only my work, a lot of people, Dad.
Yeah,
you're chilling. You're retired now. You're absolutely chilling.
I'm not still chilling, son, because obviously the things are going up all the time. The prices of
there's no opportunity. There's no opportunity. This is the
Mm.
driest and deadest my industry's been.
Yeah,
It's my whole career, 15 plus years I've been doing this. Dad. This is the driest and deadest this industry's been.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for a certain couple of clients of mine, I'd be finished, Dad.
If the
that's the worry about this country.
businesses are doing well, then you will do good. If they are struggling and suffering and stuff like that, then obviously they're not going to. Yeah. So obviously it's a catch.
And then another problem is there's a lot of these kids coming through the woodwork now, which is listen, it's good for them. I'm happy for them, right?
But it always happens, son. When I came here in 74.
Yeah.
No, 84 rather than. And 82, 84, I think I came, something like that. And at that time.
You can't remember?
Haris. In my brother's shop, Alibaba Carpets on Rounded Road, was the.
Little plug there. Not there anymore, but a little plug.
Yeah. It was, I think, maybe the only Asian carpet and furniture shop in Leeds.
Yeah.
And then slowly, Haris, now the situation is that
they were opening up opposite, weren't they? Next door and everything.
Yeah.
Crazy.
There was shop open up next door. There was shop open across the road. And then a few. And the funny thing is, Haris, all the shops which opened in Leeds after that, maybe not all of them, but 9 out of 10 people who opened these shops had worked for my brother.
Savage, yeah.
As a delivery driver or a fitter or something like that. And then after getting some experiences and knowing the suppliers and manufacturers and stuff,
so it is.
They went out. Same thing happened to the, and it's this is kind of Asian mindset, unfortunately. Rather than seeing somebody successful, same thing happened with the takeaways.
Yeah.
Restaurants.
Yeah.
It's open one, then another one think, oh God, he's doing well. So very next door or 3 doors away, they open another one. So cha-cha-cha, I think under the latest
mate.
example is how
All the
many
tea
of
shops
them
are
are just
everywhere now.
everywhere you go. So
None of
it's
them. The only
just-
one that does. There's only one that does good tea, and I don't even like bigging them up anymore because the guys don't even flipping appreciate me bigging them up. So I'm not even going to mention it. No more.
well, fine. I mean, if
But they do the
that's
best
okay.
one. The rest of them taste like toilet water, so I don't really go to any of the
Yeah,
ones.
I mean, everybody. I mean, even people who have nothing to do with that, they're doing it now because, for example, there's a shop called Ambala in Bradford.
yeah. It's
We
been there
went
for
to-
years, isn't it?
I know, but
No, Yadgar.
they're doing chai. Yeah, they do chai. You know, they were selling. tea as well over there.
Listen, these people, everyone wants to sell tea, but there's only one legit cup of tea that you can have that tastes like the proper stuff. You know what I mean? The rest is rubbish. I don't know. People just don't know what they're talking about.
Well, Harris, even in White Rose, in White Rose, there is upstairs in the food court there is a
Tea shop?
tea shop now.
No way.
Yeah, and so they're all over. So that's what happens on. So obviously, your trade, when people saw you doing things and stuff like that, other people are going to come in.
It's a shame, you know.
Yeah,
I
but
was one of the first doing it, you know, and then I took it all over the place, and I just didn't.
But Harris, the class is different, isn't it? I mean, obviously, if those people are happy to get the videos done by those youngsters than yourself, then
So cheap, that's
obviously-
why dirt cheap, and
Yeah,
nowadays they don't want to spend any money. So
But
it's,
the cheap means the cheap quality as well.
yeah, you pay peanuts, you get monkeys. I do know the standard
Absolutely,
saying,
yeah,
innit?
yeah.
No offense to the kids. It is
No,
what it
no,
is,
no,
but,
no.
But,
I mean,
you know,
everybody has the right to do what they want to do.
sometimes, like I wonder, you know, I don't wonder. I know why. It's because of this whole flipping TikTok generation now.
Yeah.
So you don't need anybody with experience
Yeah.
to bang out TikTok videos.
In America, there's a state in America. Yesterday, I was listening to the news. They have banned the TikTok
Oh, well, not surprised.
because
It's full of rubbish,
obviously there is
full
so
of hate
many
TikTok.
negativity people are doing on TikTok, and
Yeah, I was that close starting doing my own TikTok thing because you know I'm working with the perfume guys.
yeah.
I was going to start banging out because they were going to give me like my own discount code and all this stuff. I was going to start banging it out, but I thought, you know what, I don't want to get involved in the whole TikTok generation. I don't want to do it. So I even said last week on the podcast, follow me on TikTok, blah blah. I'm not doing it no
But
more.
you do. Right, okay. Maybe you do, Harris, because any lines you can move into, you can't just stick to one, Harris. So try
No,
that
but
for a
the
few
TikTok
weeks.
generation, I'm too old for that, Dad.
No, Harris, no, I mean, God almighty, TikTok. You know what type of people are doing TikTok and
These
stuff?
little kids and stuff and all nutters
Not
doing
only
it.
Harris, the also the actors and actresses, Bollywood and Hollywood actresses are into that as well. So how can so give it a go? I mean, you can't just give up something without even trying it. Try it and see how it goes. If it doesn't,
This is the
work
problem for
on-
me that I can only do something if I'm really passionate about it.
Yeah.
And if I'm not passionate about it,
Yeah.
I'll just do it half-assed. I don't want to do something half-assed.
No, yeah,
That's what I was thinking about. You know, recently we were talking and I said to you that I need to move into something else. I can't really throw away 15 years of hard work and my portfolio and everything. I can't do it. So whatever I do from now until I die has to be something to do with video, moving image.
I would have thought by now you would have been, zapped up by some big company, some
Well, unfortunately,
Netflix or some.
I appreciate you thinking I'm that level,
Yeah,
but I guess they don't. So isn't it? I mean, I was
No,
very
because
close.
of-
I was very
because of-
close. I can talk about it now. Actually, I was very close to getting my own Channel 4 program,
Yeah,
which would have been. I was contacted. Believe it or not, guys, this is a bit of an exclusive here. I was contacted by Channel 4 when they moved to Leeds
yeah,
because they're all about diversity now for some reason, right? They've changed and they want to be all about diversity. So they wanted to contact local, like influencers or people who are online and people who are well connected in the area. Black, it's called BAME in it, Black, Asian, minority, mixed, I don't know, ethnic, I don't know, BAME, BAME, right? So they contacted me for the Asian community because they know I've got a lot of young British, Muslim, Pakistani followers, right? So they contacted me, they got me down for a meeting and they said, come up with some ideas and we'll give you opportunity to, put them forward and stuff. So anyway, I pitched a couple of different ideas. One of the ideas, I've got some friends who own a supercar showroom in Bradford, and they rent out supercars up and down the country for music videos, weddings, this and that, right? Yeah. My main idea was to have the supercar showroom as a focus, and have like Asian weddings.
yeah.
Like, because Asian weddings, there's nothing like it. They spend like £80,000 on cars for a wedding. It's crazy. And
Not everybody, but yeah.
Not everybody, but majority, especially from Bradford. The majority, and it's like a big thing now. Asian weddings, they all have supercars. It's like a big thing.
Yeah.
So that phenomenon in the UK, I was going to make a program around it as the main focus, right? So it was going to be the showroom and the weddings and the Asian kind of all this big thing about. But then also behind that was going to be the more meaningful stuff of like what we talk about, like arranged marriages, depression, suicide, you know, the struggles that young British Muslims go through, all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Taboo things, because you know the things in Muslim Pakistani community, right? There's things that are taboo which no one speaks about because they shit themselves. They're going to get in trouble, right?
Honor killing.
All this stuff, right? There's you can go the long list of the shit, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I took it to Channel 4. They dropped their frigging pants. They couldn't believe it. They said, "This is brilliant." They said, "You go get a production company from anywhere in the UK that will come on board with you, because Channel 4 don't take ideas and make it themselves. There has to be a production company that comes with you, right?"
Yeah.
So they said they gave me a list of production companies and said, "Go and approach these production companies and we'll green light it for you, no problem." I said, "Okay, cool." So at this point, I was buzzing, right? So the company on top of the list was something called True North. Now, believe it or not, about 20 years ago, I did my work experience
with them,
with True North and Kirksall Road, remember?
Yeah.
Where I used to make cups of tea and coffee.
Yeah.
Now I'm contacting the bastards saying, "Oh, Channel 4 want me to do a program. Do you want to frigging do it with me or not?" And they were like, yeah, we're buzzing. Where the issue came was they would not give me the proper accreditation.
Yeah.
They wanted to take my idea.
Yeah.
They wanted to take all my contacts, my everything, all the supercar showroom contacts, the wedding contacts, the Asian community that I got following me. They want to take all that off me because they can't get that. They ain't got a clue. These white guys from Channel 4, white guys from True North, they ain't got a clue about Asian British community, right? They go, "Want to take all that off you. We'll put you on the credits as assistant for the production." I said, "Assistant for the production? You should put me as creative bastard director. You should put me as creator." Wally.
No, just creative director. The B word, obviously.
They should put me as created by Harris Effendi on the screen.
Absolutely.
Or directed by Harris Effendi.
That's
or
what
something.
you stuck to, and that's why you go when you
I said to the woman, she's a horrible woman called Fiona. Hope she won't watch this. Right? She's like the head of True North. She was on Zoom calling me saying, no, we've got our own creative directors. We've got our own, they call them showrunners.
No.
The showrunners are like the people who are running the show, basically. That's why they're called showrunners, right? So I was like, I need a good title.
Yeah.
If you're going to take all this off me, I'm not going to be able to direct it. I'm not going to be able to shoot it. I'm not going to be able to give it any input. I said, I'm not happy with this. I need to be able to be like, and I said to her, "Listen, I've seen a couple of your programs you made before, Channel 4 and you. You guys don't know what the Asian community is all about. You've done stuff like Citizen Khan. Remember Citizen Khan?
Yeah.
Rubbish. The guy who's the Khan in Citizen Khan, you know how he talks normally?
Yeah.
The guy's a coconut. You can't have a coconut playing, I said, I want to make this a real program, talking about real things based on real people. I don't want it to be no bullshit
I think
coconut.
it's called Adil something.
Where is it? Radil Ray or something he's calling it.
Yeah.
Right, that guy is a coconut, mate. He's like a white guy with brown skin. Right? So I said, "Listen, I don't want it to be no coconut bullshit." There's another program they made about Bradford riots, right? And the mother, I don't know if you've seen this, right? In the program about Bradford riots, the mother of the son who gets sent to prison for Bradford riots, you know what she said when she finds out? Jesus wept. What Pakistani mother is going to say Jesus wept when she finds out her son's been in Bradford riots? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's because it's run by white people, English people. I said, "Listen, I want to have, if I'm going to do it, I want it, but I've got to have creative input.
Yeah.
I've got to have, it's
to
got to
make
go.
an authentic program.
Yeah, I want to make it authentic. I don't want to make it like these other bullshits."
Yeah.
They said, no chance. You got no chance. So threw it off the table, right?
Yeah.
So it was either take it as they wanted to do it, or I'll put my foot down. So I put my foot down, and eventually, after loads of talks and 2 years of production, of developing the production, all this stuff, it went down the toilet. And that would have been a big step forward for me, Dad. Unfortunately.
Unfortunate, but fine. Other things will come on. Unfortunately, these big companies are like that. I mean, I had experience with them when I used to work for refugee asylum seekers. I used to advise refugee asylum seekers come in at the time of Iraq war and stuff like that. There were a lot of them were coming over, so I got a job, and I set up a kind of drop-in center for all the refugees, asylum seekers coming in, asking for advice on various things and stuff like that. And suddenly, a program, I'm not 100% sure whether ITV or BBC, they found out about that. So they came to make a program with us. So I had a number of Kurdish and guys who were at that time with me. And I said to them, "Listen, this program is going to be these people are coming in to make the program and stuff like that. So you got to be very careful. You need to speak about this, that, the other. And they gave me an idea that what they're going to do is just ask general questions and stuff like that. That's fine. But when they started, Harris,
Yeah.
they put on a slant against Saddam Hussein
Okay.
because that's what was selling at that time, and that's what they wanted to do. So a couple of the Kurdish guys, obviously the Kurdish were the most affected
Yeah.
by this. So they were against Saddam Hussein anyway. So they started talking. I just got so mad that in the middle of the thingy, I took the mic off the guys and I told those guys to get off.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I told these Kurdish guys that you're not doing anyone. They were having, a row with me, and these people are standing outside. So obviously the head of that organization, he called me and he said to me, "What's going on?" I said, "There's a bit of a racket going on. Somebody told me." So I explained to him. I said, "Listen, they came with a completely different idea.
Yeah.
When they arrived here, now they are trying to do is they're trying to make a program against Saddam Hussein, and they got these Kurdish guys who are, ranting and raving about him, bad mouthing him and all that carry on. This is not what it was all about. It was about the effects of the war, whether it's legal or not. That's what the program was all about. So I didn't let them do it, and he agreed with me.
Yeah.
Javed, he was called. The guy in Islamic Center I used to help out.
The guy with the walkie sticks.
Yeah,
It was him?
Yeah. He was the at that head of that
cool.
organization. It's called Lee's Health Focus, and he was based.
I've seen him in a while. Is he all right?
No, but he fell unfortunately in the bathroom, and he's on a wheelchair now. So he's really in a bad state, unfortunately. May Allah Almighty give him strength and give him health. A nice guy, very nice guy. So they do that, Haris, all the time. I mean, obviously, I followed those with Kurdish guys so badly that they just stopped coming to the drop-in center and stuff. But there were other people. When I was working there, I set up a football team for them. I used to take them to dentists. I used to take them to doctors because they are
I remember.
legal. Yeah, so I used to help them out so much.
What was it? That thing used to be you used to have food out and feed everybody.
That's exactly the same thing.
All right.
Because we were funded by some organization in European funding was there as well, but also there was an organization in London. They were funding the whole project, we used to also provide them exercise sessions. As I said, we had a football group.
You took me to the frigging sessions one time.
And then, we went.
Because all the fat shit you telling me about some of this as well.
You and me, we both did the
frigging
exercise.
Kurds,
Yeah.
man.
And the same way when we did the drama about the drugs and stuff, if you remember.
That was good, yeah.
And you played, you and Alicia both.
I was the main character,
in that play, yeah. And even then I was telling them, but the people who are doing this, some of the people that do these things, they don't know how to properly do it, because I have been involved in stage plays back home with my uncle.
Yeah.
I told you about my uncle who used to make films and dramas and stuff like that. When you are on a stage, Harris, you whisper, but you don't really whisper.
Yeah.
You pretend to be whisper, you still have to be very loud so audience can hear you.
Yeah.
So this person who directed this whole play, they told him to whisper, and you and Alicia and other people were whispering, and I was saying, nobody can hear you. What's going on here? So they don't even understand the concept, and then they suddenly get these jobs to do these things. And I was so frustrated when I was sitting there in audience watching that, and like half of the people don't even understand what's going on.
Yeah. My dad is a nutter. My dad, my dad's the kind of person, he doesn't give a shit, man. I remember the time when I needed to use a call sign for me to get my first house when I came back to the UK from Dubai.
Yeah.
My dad doesn't give a shit, guys. I don't know whether because you're Pakistani or because you're your personality, Dad. But
shit, excuse me, son.
Huh?
What are you saying? What did you say?
I said, I don't know if you don't give a shit because you're Pakistani or because you're...
I thought you got a shit personality or something.
No, because you're a personality, I said.
Oh, right, okay.
I won't say that to you, Dad.
No.
Anyway.
But, I mean, when you spoke so quickly, just...
Yeah, apologies. I didn't say you got a shit, but you haven't got a shit personality.
Astaghfirullah.
Okay, so we're in this office, and this poor guy sat there. He says, "Yeah, Mr. Effendi, you sign this, please. You're co-signing your son's house. So if this fat shit tries to run off, which I doubt he can, you got to pay for it." My dad's like, "Okay," because at the time, no one knew. Like I said before in last podcast, one of the other ones, when you come back from being away for so many years, they don't trust you. You can't get a phone contract, can't get a house, can't get a car, nothing. So my dad, because he's such a good guy, promised he'll co-sign everything for me. He didn't know whether I could even make any money yet. He's like, I'll co-sign everything for you. So that means that if they can't get it from you, they'll come to me. Luckily, I was able to pay for everything. But anyway, in his office, the guy's making me sign, then he's making my dad sign. And my dad's like, my dad's a very impatient guy. He don't like to be put out. Nobody stress him out. And so I'm signing and he passes it to my dad. And there's all these paperwork, and my dad's getting pissed off. He's like, all right, I'm done, I got to go now. The guy goes, Mr. Fendi, you got to sign another 25 papers. He goes, oh, you know what? He signed them all and threw them all in the guy's face. And the poor guy sat there, and all the papers are flying down on him.
Harris, the half of the story.
That's a true story, Dad.
I know, it's absolutely true.
You do it everywhere you go, you make a scene, Dad.
What you said,
everywhere you go.
What you said is absolutely true. But I told at work that I'm going out for half an hour to sign some documents for my son because he wanted to rent a house and stuff like that. And I went there, and this guy was making me sign the documents like I'm selling my house.
Yeah.
What the freak? I mean, what were you trying to do? I mean, Harris, there may be 5 pages or something. There are 25 to 30 pages to sign, Harris.
Yeah.
One after another. He was churning them out. He was going to the printing and bringing them on. And I'm thinking, he's done now. No, he goes back again and brings some more. I had enough by that time.
He took all the paper, he just chucked them like that. The guy's like, it's all falling down. And he did it before as well at the airport. The airport, I wasn't there with you this time.
Yeah.
But you went to the airport and you had a bag which was not, you wouldn't let your bag through, and you chucking everything everywhere and stuff.
I know.
And then the time.
Because, Harris, I took 2 bags. Your mother, Leslie, had 1 bag, and he went through that, whatever the place is, and they put it in there, it's fine. Mine was about half an inches bigger, and because of the wheels, it wouldn't go in there. And I said, listen, it's the same size as that one, because that one has a smaller wheels, this one has a little bigger wheels. And she said, no. And she just was, I would understand if it's a logical, reasonable person says something, but this woman just took the shine on to be nasty to me, and she was so strict. No. I said, okay. So I emptied everything, put it all in the suitcase, and then I think I had an empty.
Yeah.
And
or you throw it or something?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't throw it away. She would say, throw it away. I said, I'm not going to throw it away. But Harris, just before I was traveling, I spent so much money on buying new suitcases and new hand carry and stuff like that. And I won't throw it because it was brand new. So it was completely empty. And when you board the plane, she was stood there again.
Oh.
And obviously it doesn't bother me to argue with these people, but
you make
your
a scene,
mother,
Dad. You make a big scene.
But it doesn't bother me. It does not bother me. I'm not a shy person. Your mother can't stand the arguments, and she could not stand other people looking at her. I don't care how many people are looking at me. If I'm going to make a stand,
you do
and I'm on the right,
everywhere you go, you do this stuff.
Harris, if I'm wrong, then that's fine. But if I'm within my rights, I do not care taking a stand, Harris. Do you understand? I've done it all my life. I've taken a stand. I haven't won all the time. There are so many occasions when I lost out as well.
Yeah.
But I do not shy away from taking a stand on principle.
Trying to think of all the times you've done this. You do it all the time.
All the time, son, all the time. I mean, I was coming from Pakistan once with Auntie when my mum passed away. So Auntie and we went, and on the way back, Harris, you have to have your passport photocopied page. You have your ID card photocopied. You have this photocopied. And then we were in a queue, and that guy, Harris, was so slow, unbelievable. So I went off on one, and your auntie was saying, don't, they won't let you fly. Don't. And Harris, it came to the point they were going to say, you're not going anywhere.
Shit.
But luckily there was another guy who was watching, maybe he's in charge or whatever. He came over, he said to me, what's the matter, mister? And I explained to him, I said, listen, this is just ridiculous. That we have done everything you asked us to do. But this guy is taking the piss. Yeah. And I am not happy about it. So he said, it's all right, sir. He took me a different counter and got me past, and we came in. If I would have stuck to that line for another 10 minutes, Harris, I would have either punched somebody or I would have said something.
The only thing you get away with it now is because you're old man, but when I was younger, did you do it when I was younger as well?
Always. You don't remember when the guy came to the door and what did I do with him?
What was that guy here for?
He was here for when I lost my shop and stuff like that, and somebody I owed the money to from shop. After bankruptcy, nobody should be knocking on my door. So I was bankrupt and everything, but this guy, this bailiff, not only he must have knocked on the door. We were here.
I was a little kid. I remember this vividly.
Yeah. We were here having dinner.
Yeah.
At that time we didn't have the doorbell, so he must have knocked on the door, but we didn't hear because we were all as a family having dinner.
Yeah.
The side gate was locked by God knows how.
Must have climbed over or something.
He climbed over and everything, and he stood here.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that because obviously I'm having a family meal and some pretty strange person.
You went upstairs, got the baseball bat, and you chased
I went
him.
upstairs and I got the baseball bat and I said, "Who the frig are you? And how dare you climb over my wall and come over here?"
Oh man,
I know.
I was a little kid, about 8 years old, and I just remember you getting the baseball bat, run outside. This guy, white guy, shit himself.
I know,
You chased him with his baseball bat.
He could knock on the door, and if I'm not home, then he can knock back again, come back again sometime or some. He has no right to really climb over.
Yeah. Well, nowadays bailiffs, I've watched his programs. Nowadays bailiffs can do whatever they want.
They can do fine.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know
Back
that time.
then, I guess you scared him off. But nowadays, if you do that, they'll call police, and then the police will come and get you.
No, but he just ran away. He didn't ever came back.
I'm not surprised, to be honest.
Yeah. Because Harris, even if he would have done something, I would have showed him everything that after the bankruptcy, the solicitors have taken over and the accountants and stuff like that. So they are dealing with everything. Nobody come to my door anymore.
Yeah.
They all have to approach them, and the solicitors can come to me and say, "This is happening and what's happening."
Yeah.
They are not. So I think thought at that time, and I still think I was within my rights, that he had no right.
Yeah, to climb
to
over.
No, not even climb over. That was the worst part. Even to come and knock on my door.
Okay.
Because everybody knows, all the people the money was owed to, they knew.
You're bankrupt.
That receiver, and the solicitors are dealing with that, and they knew that, and everybody was informed by letter and by phones and stuff like that. So they were dealing with that. So he had no right to come to my door, and if he did come to my door decently, knocked on the door, I obviously didn't answer, and he came back. And to protect my family and privacy, I could have even bashed him up. I wasn't only threatening him. If he wouldn't have run away, he would have got it.
Yeah, I remember that was crazy. That.
Yeah. So
you're a crazy guy to be around with. I'm flipping.
Well,
when I go out with you, I'm thinking, shit, I hope I don't flip out today, man.
I don't know why you said your friends were scared, because I wasn't a scary
Dad,
guy.
my friends didn't want to. They're not scared. Intimidate. You're a very intimidating person. You intimidate everybody.
Astaghfirullah.
Maybe not now. Now you're old man. You're much chilled out. But when I was a kid,
Yeah.
and you were younger as well, you were very intimidating. You were like my friends didn't want to come over to my house. I didn't want to come over.
I don't think
You didn't intimidate me, Dad.
No. But I've never been unreasonable.
You are a bit unreasonable, Dad.
No, Harris.
Yeah, like we said at the beginning, the first thing you said in the podcast, your way or the highway, innit, Pops? Now, luckily,
For as long as I don't harm anybody, as long as I am not harming anybody, am I not treading on somebody's footsteps? If I am not doing anything and I'm just pleasing myself, there is nothing wrong with that, son. But if I am doing it by maybe harming somebody else, or maybe then that's not right.
You're talking to the wrong guy about this, because I love you, you're my dad.
No.
So, but you talk to my friends that I used to bring over, they'd say a different thing. Or my ex-girlfriend, she'll say a different thing.
We're not going to go down that accent. No.
I'm just saying.
We're married people now.
People who've met you and stuff.
Yeah.
Or who had experienced your
friend
wrath.
Or your schoolmates.
Who experienced your wrath.
Yeah.
Have said nothing but negative things about the way that you intimidate them.
Your dad is very,
But, obviously you're my dad at the end of the day. You can do what you want. You're my dad, so that's it.
Yeah.
One time I was...
Patan, mate. Sometimes the Patan comes out.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. You are who you are, and that's fine. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't mind as well. I am.
I know you do. You don't give a shit either way. Who says it's good? Fine.
No, I do, Harris. Don't keep saying that.
You say you don't give a shit what people say.
No, what people say, or no, what people say behind my back, I don't care about, because it doesn't bother me. If somebody says anything bad on my face, I will have to, act accordingly.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that I'm not much bothered about people's opinions about me,
Yeah.
because you can have a different opinion about me. Somebody else can have a different opinion about me. I have no control over that. I'm not going to go down there and start, oh, no, don't think like that about me. Please think positive.
Yeah.
I don't think what you want to think. If you have that bad experience with me and you think I am that bad person, fine. That's your thoughts. That's your thinking. I personally don't want to harm anybody or be nasty to anybody
Yeah, same.
without any reason.
Same.
If I have a reason, genuine reason, that's fine. I'm within my rights.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the crux of the matter at the end of the day.
I'm same like you, Dad. I mean,
Yeah.
except for the fact that I don't kick off at people. I'd rather have no drama. You know, like if I'm in a queue or whatever and it's taking too long, I just wait. I'm the kind of person I can't be asked. Or if I've got to sign more documents than I thought I had to sign and I'm going to be late for something else, I'm a bit chill out in those situations. The problem is I have a lot of internal demons. So my internal, you don't have any internal demons. You are happy as Larry, Dad.
Yeah,
And that's good. That's probably how you get out your shit.
But your demons are going away if you start getting up for Fajr every morning and going out exercising.
That's the plan.
Trust me.
Hopefully.
Trust me. I told you that before as well. Exercising, going out more does. And you said, no, it doesn't make any difference. Now you have experience that it does.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that you're going to stick to that.
Yeah.
I know that it's going to be more and more difficult because the Fajr timing is going to go back a bit more now.
It's fine, isn't it?
Because I think my time here is now 4 o'clock is Fajr Jamaat in mosque.
Yeah.
That means I need to read my namaz by 4:15.
Okay.
I think yours is about 4:30 at the moment, but it's going to go back to maybe 4 and it's 3:30 as well.
Well,
Right? So that'll be a bit difficult to stay awake from then on. So maybe you do need to have a nap in the afternoon. That's why in summer, back home in Pakistan, I remember in June, July, and these kind of months, we used to have 2 to 3 hours. All the doors shut, curtains are drawn, air condition on, and if you don't have air condition, then you used to have those different thing to cooling the
sounds
room.
glorious to me, Dad. I love that kind of stuff.
And you have
Siesta.
a siesta, yes.
Love it, Dad.
So obviously, and then you fresh up,
Yeah.
and then you get up at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock.
I've been
and then
researching Saudi Arabia since I've
Yeah,
had
yeah.
this prospect. I'm
Yeah.
thinking about. I mean, obviously, I'm very proactive in this kind of stuff. So I'm looking at different places. In Saudi Arabia, everything closes, like you said. Now everything shuts down 5 times a day. 5 times a day. All the shops, every shop shuts.
Yeah.
All businesses shut. Everybody goes and prays 5 times a day, Dad.
Yeah.
You cannot escape.
Yeah.
You cannot escape the prayers.
No.
Whereas any other country you go to, like they just.
Yeah, in Dubai and stuff. Haris, in Dubai, I've seen recently, every mall I went to, Haris,
Yeah.
on every single floor,
Yeah.
there's a
prayer room.
mosque.
Yeah.
Do you remember we
Yeah,
used to go and I used to leave you? I said,
They make it easy for you to do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's so easy.
People still, I never did it. People
And
still do it.
there's a separate area for women, separate for men. There's a wuzu area. There's towels available. Everything is available.
Yeah.
How can you not
Yeah.
then do it, Haris? What's your excuse? Nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing.
exactly.
I remember every time I went, and if we were in any of the malls, 5 minutes, 2 minutes walk, 3 minutes walks,
Yeah.
I would go and find a mosque. And the funny thing is, Haris,
Yeah.
what happened is that even if you missed the Jama'at, right, you went in there and you just missed it a couple of minutes late, you start your prayers and suddenly somebody will come and stand next to you, start saying, and then you are the head of,
Yeah.
I've done it a number of times in Dubai.
Yeah.
And I was shocked that people, big, Maulvis are standing behind me, and I felt ashamed as well in a way, saying that why. And then a couple of times, if I haven't started, I used to push them up forward. I said, no, you stand there and I'll read behind you.
Yeah.
But the people just join you. Just join you, so it's so easy. And in Saudi Arabia, obviously, it'll be even more stricter and more regular thing to do.
Yeah.
Right, okay, I think it's time. If you have nothing...
That's me done, Dad. Thanks for this week. I appreciate it,
No,
Pops.
thank you very much. Just my last thing is that, obviously, when I said at the start, with Haris remind me again, is that I did my way. Everybody has the right to do their own way, as long as you do not step on somebody else's feelings, or you don't hurt somebody else's feelings, you're not doing anything on to hurt somebody. Number one is the number one, isn't it? You got to please yourself before you can. Like as they say, when you're flying, God forbid, if air pressure goes down, what do?
your own mask first, then
You put your own mask first before you help somebody else
children
out,
or your wife.
isn't
Or
it?
whatever, yeah.
Yeah. So that's why you have to be happy in your own life. Then you will have.
Because if you're not sorted
happy,
out, how are you going to sort them
how are you
out
gonna sort
anyway?
that? That's
Sort them out first.
absolutely-
You're finished,
So
mate.
this is my last
Yeah,
bit
nice, Dad.
for
Nice,
today's
nice.
message. Okay.
All right, love you, Dad.
Love you too, son. Love you so.
Let me get you on my Instagram.
Okay. I was going to wear something else completely, but I chose this today because I thought, well, because you
I'm going to put out tonight. I'm going to put this podcast out tonight. So me say something and say check out the new podcast tonight at 6 p.m. Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Check out the
Start again.
check out the next podcast.
Today's podcast.
All right, check out
tonight at 6 p.m.
Right. Hi guys, check out this postcard tonight at 6 p.m.
Do you want to do it again?
Yeah. What am I saying wrong?
Hi guys, check out this postcard tonight.
Podcast.
Just I'll post that one. It's all right. I'll post that one.
No.
It's funny.
Tonight at 6 p.m.
No, Harris, no. Do it again.
No. I'll write.
No.
I'll write.
Guys, check out this postcard tonight at
No.
6 p.m.
I say yeah. Make sure you do that.
No, Harris.
Okay.
Hi guys,
Let me say take
check out
one.
this postcard tonight at
No,
6
no, Harris.
It's funny. I'll put take one. Look, take one.
Hi guys, check out this postcard tonight at 6
Postcard, Harris. Podcast.
All right. Ready?
Okay.
Okay. Say check out the podcast tonight at 6 p.m. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi guys, check out this podcast 6 p.m. tonight.
Perfect.
Hi guys, check out this podcast 6 p.m. tonight. Hi guys,
Thanks, Dad.
check out
Appreciate
this
it.
podcast 6 p.m. tonight.
You making it like I
Hi guys, check out this
No, Dad.
podcast 6 p.m. tonight.
Harris. And then we go.
Hi guys, check out this podcast 6 p.m. tonight. Hi guys, check out this podcast 6 p.m. tonight. Hi guys, check out this podcast 6
Hi,
p.m.
check
tonight.
out this podcast.
You want to do it again?
Hi guys,
Do you want
check
me
out
to?
this
No, it's all right.
podcast
Come on.
6 p.m. tonight.
Why?
Yeah, I don't want it to
Hi
sound
guys,
like a...
check out this podcast 6 p.m. tonight.
One more quickly and then we going, yeah?
Hi
All
guys.
right. Ready?
Don't put any of those.
Okay.
So I don't have to use this now
No.
anymore. Hi guys, check out this podcast tonight at 6 p.m.
Perfect.
Hi guys, check out this podcast tonight at 6 p.m.
That's better.
Perfect. Yeah.